Yeah, boy. Do not. Let's get it. Let's go. We tryna be 2-0.
Welcome everyone to Logan, Utah and the Beehive State. We're here at Maverick Stadium, home to the Utah State Aggies, and eager for this clash. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Utah Utes, taking on a team from the Mountain West, the Utah State Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollock and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Utes ready to put toe to leather and get this season started.
Give me that ball. It's a good ball. Let's see what he does right here.
Offense set on first down. The give to the tailback. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to throw. It's Sampson. Fires to the middle. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. The biggest lie college football coaches tell is nameless, faceless opponents. David, game like this, you know their name and you know their face.
You know them well, and it does mean just a little bit more because it's bragging rights. Like, the rivalries matter so much all throughout the year. All the fans talking about this game in particular. That's why it means more, and that's why these players will be jacked out of their minds.
Come on.
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
They hit our head on the damn
4th down, and
goalpost.
the punt team sends it the other way. He's got great speed. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. First down here for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. And that one's incomplete. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. And they got him for the sack. The Utes will line up to punt it away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Slips through the line.
Yeah, baby. Put it on the board. Hit
He
that.
will score. Touchdown, Utah State. Now that is a play that will get your sidelines into the game with that touchdown.
And you could see once he left everybody in the dust and he was going to the house, the sidelines are going nuts. What a big-time play to take the lead. Defense did his job. Now special teams coming through in a big way.
Boom.
And the extra point is good. After giving up the punt return for the score, let's see if they have an answer on the kickoff. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be dragged down. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a break.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
They'll go to work on second down after doing damage on the ground. He's looking to throw. Moves away as he feels pressure. He'll pull it down and run. Caught over the middle. It's Perez. He just lost track of where he was on the field. Entire body past the line of scrimmage. Illegal forward pass, and they will back him up. 3rd and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the right. He's got him wide open. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
Finds his way for 3 out to the 33. We had a barn burner the last time these two teams played, and no reason to expect anything else between these two bitter rivals.
Attention to detail, and I think the sense of urgency, David, in a game like this just goes way up.
And I think managing the emotions in these type of games, you know last year was a classic. Now you're trying to form this year's identity of this team and go out and get a win in a big-time rivalry game.
Going downfield for the big play. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. It is a valuable tool to have a quarterback that can extend a play like that. But sometimes you're smart to be check down Charlie and just take something easy and not invite disaster.
Because when you roll out, you're rolling out, you're cutting the field in half, right? The defense starts to run from one side to where you're rolling out to. The field kind of shrinks, and it kind of becomes a little bit of backyard ball. And you could tell he forced that one in there. Didn't get the interception, thank goodness, but it wasn't a great decision.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Oh, he's so hard to get on the ground. He's got room.
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field or gang tackling, because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here.
Offensive linemen love to run the power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having to pass block every play. You got to keep defenses off balance.
working the middle. It's complete. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. They'll throw it from the red zone. Unloads to the wideout. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Well, nothing the DB could do on that. That was actually great coverage defensively, but that's just a better play by the receiver diving and making that catch.
Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
He's got it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Utah.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
On to attempt the try. And it's up and good. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Tulane delivered the type of thrashing generally reserved for homecoming games in New Orleans. Thing is, this was a road victory, and a win like this is going to resonate throughout the American. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings, and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily
I think
scoring a touchdown on that
play.
play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Looking to throw, it's Sampson. Feeling some heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Boy.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he wants it all. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right
Come
there
on,
for the
best
touchdown,
receiver.
but reel it in.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
You dropped that.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Coverage team
No clue he
able to put a
fielded
stop
that.
to that return at the 42-yard line. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. And the quarterback is snowed under. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Looking deep down the right side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters, and I know the pass is coming, so I can have more success.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Guys, the Utah State offense about to give it another go. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them. Man, when I can run the football like that on 1st down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Hands it off. He makes the tackle at the 33 after a pickup of 5.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter.
I like it. I like it.
First down to start the drive after the break. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Maddox. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down.
When I have all that speed on the field, I got to find a favorable matchup. They're all across the board. Which guy do I know can win? Man-to-man coverage, you can see that guy could win on that play.
Trying the left side. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Looking downfield, it's Sampson. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. You want to talk about shifting the field in an instant. He's got it all the way down to the 10-yard line.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
On 1st and goal, let's see what Utah State calls. He's looking to throw it. Tackled there by the defense.
Man, I love the decision-making right there. Like, drop back to pass, look for your shots. You don't see it, tuck it, get positive yards, makes the next down even easier. That is a great heads-up early down play for this QB.
They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. The run up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Aggies! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards, and he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. Fair catch called for and made. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. they're going to throw it to start the drive. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they built the lead.
This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. He's looking to throw. Gets it out fast. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Works the middle of the field. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
One of the things I love about this defense, they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
And the Utes send out the punt unit. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. Utah State sending its offense back onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, you know, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time.
Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Damn thing went out. Oh, geez.
Give to the back. They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some.
Daggone it, dude.
Later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field, and it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
Trying to get to it. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again.
My screen capture for some reason keeps wanting to go out, or the cord.
On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Fires to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Dropping back, it's Sampson. Pressure. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively,
Well,
you're
that
so excited. You
sucks.
force the fumble. I'm going to get a turnover. And the offense fails.
Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds.
All right. Yeah.
The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Power football with the run. That keeps the running game churning. Pick up a 5 to the 23.
Sometimes as an offense, you like run plays, and you like running it right into the teeth of the blitz. That's what happened right there. Everybody up front got a hat on a hat, and they were able to crease that defense.
Just enough there to get it to the 25. They
You
pick up
cut
a
that
2.
back inside.
They're strong, and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. He makes the connection. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
Really nice job
Dummy.
there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. If you're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
They're going to run it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Fires to the tight end. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
Looking to go up top on 1st down. A shot toward the end zone. And they won't make the connection, going for the big play.
And on that incompletion, I think the quarterback was being just a bit too careful, trying to throw that ball too far outside, obviously aware that the defenders are coming from the inside. You don't want to put it behind the intended target and risk the pick 6, but he needs to be more accurate.
Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. He's knocked down in the backfield.
Fumble
He'll
that ball.
lose a couple.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting
it's
to make
crazy.
sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. It's Perez.
That's what I'm
Finally run out
I
of
know he
bounds,
wants
but
to go
has
to that
this
back.
offense rolling with a 1st
I put
down.
man on it.
And that's just inexcusable if you're on defense there, man.
Knows how
3rd
to-
and long, you've worked so hard to get to that point, right? To put yourself in position to come off the field, and you're going to allow a check down throw to the running back to go pick up that first? Man, that's going to drive this defensive coordinator crazy.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
And this is why this team is losing this game. They cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch of times, almost got sacked right there. This guy doesn't have a chance with the way this offensive line is playing.
Still on the 35-yard line after that incompletion. Here comes 2nd and 10. From the gun, the running back has it. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. And this one is anything but routine, a 48-yard attempt from the right hash. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Boston College delivered the knockout blow early in this one, en route to the type of win that can turn some heads there in the ACC. Trust me when I say the party is on in Chestnut Hill. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. The offense will quickly use the timeout.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a run.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
You just want to find a way to affect the QB, and the defense does a great job getting to the quarterback, hitting him as he throws the football. Not only does it make that throw bad, in the future now, the quarterback's taking a few hits. It makes him a little bit more unsure of himself.
On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. At the 40, there he goes. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. Running out of time here in the 1st half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Back to throw, it's Sampson. Pocket starts to collapse. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
That is a problem.
After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Lets it fly. He makes a catch. He steps out of bounds after a huge play, but hang on just a second. Defense might get bailed out here by a flag. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Just enough time for one final play in this half. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. He finds his man. After the filthy move, he's got room. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Utah State about to kick it off to open the 2nd half.
They have such good possession beforehand.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch.
We gotta have a better possession this time.
Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. They got a lot done through the air in the 1st half, and they might need even more production here in the 2nd.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and They're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
From the gun, running back gets to give. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job on the defensive line, getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, boom, and making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
On second down, they'll take to the air. Got a man, it's Vic. That's a live ball. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Now, this is a receiving group that practices making catches in traffic, and they're used to having guys trying to rip it free. He's got to do a better job of keeping 5 points of pressure after he makes the catch. That's a costly giveaway.
Off the play fake on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
There's a good example of how pressure on the quarterback can affect his accuracy. There was no way that ball was being completed.
Damn,
Let's see what they've got on second down. Dropping back, it's Sampson. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
I think going into halftime trailing, this defense knew that they were going to have to start making plays here in the second half. And early in the third quarter here on this drive, they get a sack. That is really good news for this defense.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a third and long. Coming after him. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be fourth down. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Ball security always paramount. That football must be riveted to your rib cage, Jesse, and it wasn't last time.
And look, he knows if that happens again, he's going to find himself on the sideline. So this is going to be a dude very motivated to make some plays on this drive.
Yeah, and I think it's frustrating, but you got to put it behind you. You got to move on. And this offense has to go through him anyways. You got to be able to run the football and have some balance.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Quickly to the tight end. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it.
Pass on the way, it's picked off.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. He'll always remember this moment.
Utah State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Rick.
And he'll pull it in inside the 20. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play. And you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
After ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 13. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Nice job by the defense, just being very sound, understanding what they were seeing, and going and getting it. A lot of times these running backs force missed tackles and make you miss and make big plays. This defense did a good job of not letting that happen.
Third and long, and they can get the first down without scoring a touchdown. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Yeah, what a great job by the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football when they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration, getting the tackle for the loss.
Let me get off it.
After getting nothing done on 1st down, 2nd and goal from the 6. They'll run it up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
It's complete on the right side. Touchdown, Aggies! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them. And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Alabama opened up a can, and how many times can you say you went into someone else's house and beat them by double digits? It's what happened today, and the rest of college football should take notice. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there.
You got a lot of RPOs
I
right
like the
here.
receiver gearing down in the zone. Did a nice job finding the soft spot on defense between the defenders, giving the quarterback an easy target to throw to complete that throw.
Takes a hit as he
No!
fires. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice
Michigan,
pack in this game
Mason Graham,
because he is
didn't know
getting
where.
black. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. He can't wait for this game to be
let's
over.
bring it.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. On the ground, it's Perez. At midfield, he's got room. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of
What up,
15
Puzzles?
and a 1st down.
You got to feel good for this kid, too. He worked
What
so
up?
hard this past offseason.
Dirty
He
Bear.
put himself in position to be the starting running back, and he's got a lot of skill, guys. He's got speed, open field running ability. I think he's going to be a big part of the offense this season.
I think
The Utes have it with a 1st and 10.
I don't remember these play calls being.
He's going to pass. Buys a little time. Now he's looking into the middle. And he makes the catch inside the 20. And the Utes headed quickly to the line.
It's a little cheddar.
From the gun, the ground game.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make
That's
them
okay.
play the run.
Bow
If you
up
can get
right
this
here.
many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. The give to the back.
Look at this. Look at this.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
And now a big third down coming up. Down multiple possessions. This is one, Palmer, I'm looking for 6. I'm not trying to kick a field goal. I want to cut into this lead with a touchdown.
No, you got to have it. And also, considering all of that, this is 4-down territory, too. So you need to identify who are your best players on offense and how can you give them a chance to score this touchdown.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Utes! Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
He'll try to tack on one more. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Allowed.
This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. Guys, the Utah State offense about to give it another go. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little.
And the pass is intercepted.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play.
Yes, Yak.
So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Makes the grab. It's Vic. Finds a crease at the 20. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route running all the way across the field. The DB just can't stay with him because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
Running it to the right. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6.
They're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Buys a little time with his feet. He'll throw it. Working that left side now. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. They'll give it to the back. Touchdown, Utah!
Right.
And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line. Understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
24, Utah State, 21.
Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Trying to find his man on first down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side.
What?
Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover one. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
Wants to throw on first down. He hurls one deep down the left side.
What? Oh
Field
my
for the big catch. Touchdown, Utes! A great catch and run for 6.
Oh my God.
You know, sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's faster than your guys, and he's just going to run straight down the field. I'm going to throw it way down the field. He's going to make the catch, and we're going to score a touchdown, and that's pretty much what just happened there.
And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker.
Utah 31, Utah State 21.
The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away.
Kick it away.
No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. The running back has it. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Line gets set, first down. Looking for a man, it's Sampson. Getting some heat. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
On second down, looking again to throw. Zings it complete to the right. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Running backs are wide receivers. They do such a great job nowadays out of the backfield. All you got to do, dump it to him. Get it to him quick, and he'll make the rest happen with his running back skills. But they do so much work with wide receivers in practice that they basically have become wide receivers now.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. And after the interception, able to get it in plus territory, taking it back to the 41.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter, everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
I've let this game get away
in that
from
secondary.
me.
And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals. Down to the 16-yard line, it's first and 10. They'll go to the ground. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Motion from the offense. He's back to throw on second down. Caught behind the line. It's Perez. Touchdown, Utah! What a grab and go for the score. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
He'll bring it out. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. State sending its offense back onto the field. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
A CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sideline.
Time to take a shot. Grabs it inside the 15. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. Looking downfield, it's Sampson. And it's his 4th interception of the game. He's at the 40, the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Utes. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return.
Yeah, and that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Fresno State was relentless today in a road win that frankly wasn't even as close as the final score indicates. This was a vintage Bulldogs performance, one that really should instill confidence within this program. It's one game, you don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. Open runway ahead. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Utah State.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this, a running back that can play wide receiver, you can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks, and these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss, and this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown.
He ain't done yet. 2-score game, 4 minutes left.
He'll
He
call
gets
for
greedy.
the fair catch here. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
One big play, and now they've got it at the 42-yard line on first down. Wide out in motion. He wants to throw. Here he goes, breaking the pocket. Fires on the move.
Oh,
Complete in the middle. He got loose, almost housed it. Finally dragged down at the 32.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up this scoreboard.
Small game, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. They'll make the stop, and he gets 4 on the play. Balls at the 25.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And now the lead is even bigger. That lead just keeps getting fatter in this kickoff team doing a little running. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Utah State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
Back to throw, it's Sampson. He's going to let one fly down the middle. It's complete. A huge pickup. Touchdown, Utah State. Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land. With that last one, he now has 40 career touchdown catches.
I mean, he's just been a playmaker. This guy, they feature him. He's been in the end zone that many times because they can feature him in so many ways. They find ways to get him the football because Palmer, he always makes plays.
And he's always open even when he's not. Throughout his career, think about single cover, double cover, triple cover. You're still throwing him the ball because he's going to find a way to make it happen. 40 TD catches. That is awesome.
Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here on the 2nd drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
6-yard pickup on 1st down, leaves them with 2nd and 4. Takes this handoff and headed to the right.
Okay, yeah.
He steps out of bounds, but he's got a 1st down on the play. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Give to the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now 3rd down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock. But the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. This 3rd down play might be the last chance for this defense to stay in the game. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires one high and deep. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. Snags it. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
Trying to get it done with the run here on 3rd and goal. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here.
That's a good forward school. Can't have
that. 3rd and goal, where the strong come through. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
Timeout, Utah.
A touchdown here on 3rd and goal really ratchets up the game pressure. He's looking downfield to throw. He's got it and still on his feet. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They've already put this game in a hammerlock, and now they'll go for the submission hold on 4th and goal. Looking to throw. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Utah.
Man.
Number 9.
Bullshit.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And no problem on the extra point as they push the lead to 19 here in the 4th. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Utah State, 36.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Guys, the Utah State offense about to give it another go. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to...
And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. And he was weaving his way and finally brought down around the 23-yard line.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold,
Can't
breaking
believe
on the
he's
football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
The old coaching cliche, go win or no every week, and for the first week, they get it done.
Great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season, but 1-0, that's where you want it to be.
And I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you've got to like what you've just seen. First game of the year, there was tremendous effort on the field. Guys flying around, flying to the football, trying to make the plays necessary to win this game. They definitely made a few mistakes, but that's what practice is for. But if you're the coaching staff, I think you're very, very positive right now moving forward.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
45 points in the second half. Ugh. Yeah. Yes. Ah. Motion, dude. Dumbass motion. Pick up everything. Knew it was coming. Is that not charging me? It's because it's not plugged in. Oof.